Good morning, this is Francesca Evans from LymeOnline bringing you up to date with this week's top stories from the Lyme Regis area. The Mayor of Lyme Regis and 3 other councillors walked out of a committee meeting this week. Mayor Brian Larkham and councillors John Broom, Belinda Borden and Stan Williams all walked out of Wednesday night's Strategy and Finance Committee meeting. The 4 have cited different reasons for walking out, but it followed claims of disrespectful behaviour and the election of Councillor Michaela Ellis as new chairman of the committee, taking over from the Mayor. Councillor Broom then left the meeting, followed by councillors Larkham, Borden and Williams. The walkout follows weeks of increasing tension in the council chamber, with the Mayor having recently said he will no longer tolerate disrespectful behaviour at meetings. He repeated this message at Wednesday night's meeting, which is said to have caused further friction between councillors. Councillor Borden has also previously said she felt distressed, embarrassed and unsafe at council meetings. Police are investigating an attempted burglary which took place in Lyme Regis in June. Officers have released this image of a man they would like to speak to as part of their inquiries. The attempted burglary took place at about 2:50 p.m. on Thursday, June 24th, when a man attempted to force entry to a property in West Hill Road with a screwdriver. The man was disturbed by a neighbour and nothing was stolen. Anyone with information is asked to contact Dorset Police on non-emergency number 101, quoting the reference number shown on screen now. 3 volunteers from Lyme Regis Lifeboat Station, all named John, have received medals for their long service to the RNLI. John Cable, John Bird and John Rickard have racked up more than 60 years of service between them. They were presented with long service medals by the CEO of the RNLI on Monday. In his 20 years, John Cable has been shore crew, tractor driver, lifeboat crew and deputy launching authority. John Bird has been shore and seagoing crew during his 20 years of volunteering and is also a tractor driver for the launching and recovery of the lifeboat. John Rickard has been shore crew throughout his 20 years and is also vice chairman of the successful fundraising group behind Lifeboat Week. Lyme Regis resident Shirley Williams has also been honoured for her long service, having dedicated more than 50 years of her life to the girl guiding movement. Mrs Williams attended a meeting of the West Dorset Division Guiding Finance Committee, of which she is chairman, and was surprised with a certificate and brooch to recognise her long service, presented by the County Commissioner. Mrs Williams first became involved with girl guiding in 1969, taking over the first Lyme Regis guides from Felicity Charles, having been her assistant for just over a year. She led the group for 17 years and also served as District Commissioner, Division Commissioner and Assistant County Commissioner, as well as Chairman and President of the Dorset Trefoil Guild. Lyme Regis historian and author Peter Lacey has released his first novel called Touching the Past. Having previously published 2 local history books, Mr Lacey's latest release combines this research with the fictional tale of lead character Sam, who was abandoned as a baby in Elizabethan Lyme Regis. Here he is speaking about the new release.
The catalyst for it was that when I was researching Elizabethan Lyme, my second book, there was an entry in the court book which told of a baby dumped on a pile of human excrement and left overnight. And when the baby was found in the morning, it was still alive. It was covered in vermin and lice, and that baby died. And I kept thinking about the baby during COVID and before COVID, and I decided that I wondered what that baby's life would have been if it had lived. And so Touching the Past is a story of a baby boy who's dumped in the same way, and his life from 1589 to 1653.
You can listen to the full podcast about Peter's novel Touching the Past on the LymeOnline website, and the book is available to buy exclusively at Lyme Regis Bookshop. With local football fans still nursing their disappointment after England's penalty nightmare in the Euros final, Lyme's 2 local clubs are both back in training, with the new season just a few weeks away. This week, the Devon and Exeter League, in which 2 of the Lyme teams play, announced that they have abandoned the regional structure and there will be 9 divisions next season across the county. Having last season finished top of the COVID reset division, Lyme's first team will be defending their Premier title alongside local rivals Axminster Town Reserves, Beer Albion and Collerton. Lyme Reserves will be competing in Division 3 and the Rovers remain in the Perry Street League, but have not yet been informed which division they will be in. Up Lyme's first team, who last season went undefeated before the pandemic brought a premature end to the season, have been admitted into the Devon and Exeter League and have been placed in Division 6, while Up Lyme reserves remain in the Perry Street League. Lyme supporters will be pleased to hear that manager Julian Simier has strengthened his squad by signing Cameron Veer and Callum Garrett, both of whom have played at a higher standard for neighbours Axminster Town. Cameron is the son of Lyme legend Graham Veer, one of the Seasiders' most lethal goal scorers. Meanwhile, on the cricket scene, Up Lyme and Lyme Regis continued their challenge in the Devon League Division D East with an 86-run victory away to Clistheiden. The victory keeps them in third place, but they are now narrowing the gap with front-runners Alphington and Countess Weir top with 174 points and North Devon second with 155 points. Up Lyme are now just 5 points behind North Devon and they still have 8 games to play. Highlight of Up Lyme's score of 215 was Tyler Wellman's undefeated 77. Clistheiden were bowled out for 129, with bowler Jack Wilson taking 4 of the wickets. Tomorrow, Up Lyme are at home to Chardstock and will be looking for another good points haul to maintain their challenge. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. You can stay up to date with all the latest local news throughout the week on the LymeOnline website, and you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and sign up to our weekly email newsletter to make sure you don't miss a thing. Have a great weekend.